Oh. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? Why is my daughter so weird? Ava, remember we have
Yes, I
briefings
can.
now, remember.
I can see the YouTube. No problem.
Okay, I can see it now. Video what you said? No. I'm pushing to.
Where should we start? From the latest ZenPandaCoin practice target, or from the Joe Biden view you did last week? Yeah. Okay. I think it would be great to start from this one. I also would like to know how do you feel after knowing the true real identity of this target? Of course, you have no idea. It's a double. I won't call it double blind because I'm not blind to the target, but I did my best to try to maintain the blind condition and without giving you guys any hint at all. So you simply all you know about this target is that there is a target number which is 61237647, and that target is a person, and I would like remote viewers to find out any information about this person, and that's the only instruction you get from me. So of course you have no idea it's Joe Biden, but I'm quite surprised that you did find out some good quality data. For example, you identify that the target person is a male and is older. You just don't know how old that guy is, and in your data, in the first page of your data, I can see that you drew a somewhat tall person and wearing a leather suit or something, and it looks like kind of is quite expensive to you. So that's the descriptor you wrote on your paper, and yeah, expensive, and maybe this guy has something to do with business or family, or runs a company. You have no idea. But to me, these are all good indicators that you are on the signal line, and you are giving me some relevant data. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Go. Move your butt. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and we all know that politicians they go on the podium speaking to the crowds, especially when during the election running periods. Yeah, and I will say the last visual you get is a very good one. Even though you didn't tell me that it's a whether it's a is related to business or related to politics. Yeah, you just didn't identify the scene. But I think your data is still is good enough for me to to give some credit. So I consider it a more like a hit rather than a miss.
He wasn't trying to hand it to you, Jeff.
Yep.
He wasn't trying to hand it to you, Jeff. Yeah, that sounds better.
And also there are other descriptors that I think is a good description about Joe Biden. For example, you wrote sick person, and and this person is proud and confident, but also scared. On the other hand, I think it pretty much fits in the whole thing we see about the Joe Biden's team, because it seems that Donald Trump has a higher probability of winning the winning the president's election. That's my personal view. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. It's still very hard to tell at this moment. And also, I would like to talk about give me a moment. Test channel general. Oh, the the data we get from which person? Oh, I think there is another newcomer trying to remove this target, but I can't remember exactly what his name. Oh, Skoal. Oh, how do you pronounce his or her name? Oh, Skull. Skull. I don't know if it's a he or she, but anyway, I think even though I can see that his data uh is not good enough to have to what should I say, to be considered like a good hit. However, I do think Skull pick out several aspects of this target. For example, first he Skull identified that the target person is a male, and in terms of state of mind, Skull said Joe Biden is kind of passive or stressed, and he is either just home from work or doesn't want to go inside his house. It maybe kind of feel like exhausted. And to me, even though Scott didn't say, "Oh, Joe Biden is sick" or is not his health is not in a good condition, but I think this description is a very good one. Yeah, in terms of expressing the current condition of Joe Biden. Yeah. because Joe Biden, I think he got COVID maybe last week. Yeah, according to the news I watched, and and Scott also said that he perceived another woman in the scene, but all the stories wrote by Scott doesn't make sense for Joe Biden. But I will I told Scott that I wouldn't be surprised if one or two or other women are present in this remote viewing session, because there are some female politicians on the Joe Biden side, right? Like Kamala, yeah, Kamala Harris or Jill Biden. Yeah, I think there are other women, and he and basically I summarize in his description, Scott's description for the relationship between these women and Joe Biden, and I said that you can't just when you try to remove you, there are always going to be good data and bad data, also your contamination and imagination. It's very hard to get a very high quality data only without these contaminations and pollutions. So so we shouldn't look at the data in the high level terms. Instead, we can look at the very low and basic terms. And I said, if we can put it this way, in this remote viewing session, there is a man and there is a woman, and the woman is not happy about the man. That's all we can say for sure about this target. And I think this description is somewhat somewhat like a metaphor for the relationship between Joe Biden and his other maybe assistants. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think he did quite good. Yeah, on the surface, it seems that he's yeah, it seems that he's simply trying to give out a story out of nowhere by himself. But in fact, I don't think he came up with this story by accident. It's not an accident. It's a story coming from the signal line, and his brain kind of filter the data and translate into his words and he tried to put it in a different way. Yeah, but and still, I think that if you don't check the every details of his story and just look down to the very basic and simple data, he his remote viewing session is quite good, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And mm-hmm. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, 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 definitely. And the reason why I would like to have this session discussed is also that you can see, you can move to the very top of this Google document and see there is a Twitter link to information. Can you see it? And you click. Yeah, if you click that link, you will simply find a post from from an abandoned account, or maybe the disabled account, Twitter account. Can you see that link? Oh, no worries. I'll just pick a I'll just take a snapshot of what I see on my screen, and you will see, and I also post it on the Google document so you know what I'm saying. This is the screen I see on my computer after clicking in the Twitter link above, and I think that's a very good application for remote viewing. And because the remember that when I told you that after this is a kind of like a somewhat emergent, but not really that emergent, somewhat time limited remote viewing target. Yeah, you can see in my Discord, I said that this target needs to be done in like 2 or 3 days, and it shouldn't take more than that, because I would say this information is quite time sensitive, because I was going to make a very important decision on my side, because we all knew that 2 weeks ago Trump got shot by someone, and he survived that, and if last week Joe Biden also got COVID, and somehow Joe Biden didn't survive that COVID, then I think United States will be in a chaos. Yeah, and if the United States is in a chaos, then the market should respond, and the market could possibly see a big correction, not necessarily a crash, but a big correction. So that's why I said this information this remote viewing session needs to be processed as soon as possible, because I would say this is a high value target. It has economic value, but maybe I should say gamble value, because traders are going to trade the news, and at that point, no one knows if Joe Biden is really sick, or maybe he is already dead in the hospital. No one knows. And even if Joe Biden was dead in the hospital, I believe those in the know would not let this kind of information out. They will try to hide this information for as long as possible, and try to come up with another candidate to replace Joe Biden, and without causing fears on their side, and at that point, I have no idea. And that Twitter post is kind of like a whistleblower saying that Joe Biden is having critical issues, and no one is knowing whether Joe Biden is going to survive. And I believe that if that information was true, then the U.S. stock market is going to see a big correction. So I was thinking whether I should short the U.S. stock market based on this information, this remote viewing session, this remote viewing data, and after seeing your remote viewing data, because you perceive that in the future event, the target person is standing in a podium speaking to the crowds. So I assume Joe Biden is still alive. Then that information is a false signal. So I should not short the market. Yeah, but I also tell you something. I actually short the U.S. market and I made some money, but not a lot, like $2,000 or $3,000. Yeah, I shorted it, and the S&P 500 actually saw I think 3 to 4% drop in a single day. So I actually made some money, but it's not because of Joe Biden. It's just market's random move. But I think these kind of targets would see see potentials for remote viewing, because you know we live in a area where we can barely trust the news. Yeah, we don't know what is really true and what is not true, and they are powerful people and market makers and politicians and those who have money and political power. They would try to give me a second. I don't know what that word is called in English. Give me a second. They will try to abuse their power and position to manipulate the market and to take advantage of it, and they would get money and earn something from spreading false information. And I think in the future we are going to see these kind of bad things happening more often. So it is actually a remote viewing in my view is a good way to give people the good and genuine data and tell the people the truth about a piece of news. Yeah, I think this kind of remote viewing targets will see adoption in the remote viewing community, because people would pay money for someone really good to do a view for them, so that they can make critical decision for themselves whether they are going to, if they see there is going to be a scandal about their opponents, yeah, they are going to do something in advance, or they find out that something big is happening. They want to front run the market by shorting or longing the market in advance. And these kind of actions have economic values. So people would like to pay for someone to gather information for them. And in my case, I would like to give some money for remote viewers to find out whether Joe Biden is still healthy, is still safe, or is still alive. Yeah, I think we are going to see these kind of applications. And in the future, I also find that because currently for us, for SITN screening into the night, and for our community, we don't really have a customer base or user base for our remote viewing services. So instead, I think there's another way for us to generate income. For example, I don't know if you guys know anything about the poly market. It's a prediction market on the blockchain, and people are betting their money on whether who is going to win the election, or maybe China is going to take over Taiwan or not, or maybe the Ukrainian war with the Russian is going to end this year or not. People are actually betting their money on these world events, and for us, if we are able to find some critical information about these events, then we can actually participate in that prediction market and try to earn some money for us. That would be a source of income for our screaming into the night community, even without a customer, because we don't need a customer anyway. If we can prove that we can get relevant and good quality data for these big issues and for on the polling market where people are betting their money on, then we can theoretically we can earn money from it, and that will be so in short they are going to fund us, but as long as we are good enough. Yeah, that's my line of thought. I don't know how you guys think about it. I don't want to encourage anyone for doing gambling online. It's actually I don't think we are actually I don't think we are focused on the gambling part, but instead we are focusing on sharpening our remote viewing skills and applying it to real world events and targets where many people care about because they put their money in it. And if we can prove that we are actually able to deliver some good results and good hits and provide good insights for these targets where many people care about, then we are actually generating value for the world. And if people can see that we are creating value, then they should be willing to be our customers and pay us. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why I would like to assign this target. I didn't chose Joe Biden by accident. It's because I see that there could be a false news, and it's a false news with a lot of capital and money value in it. So I assign that as a target, and I don't really care even if you find out the target or not, or maybe I win the money or lose the money or not. I don't really that care. What I really care is whether we are able to move in that direction, and if we are able to do that, then that will solve a lot of problem for our community. And I think it will be good for us to start trying working on these real world events that many people care about.
So the easy way to do that is to literally, you're going to have a monitor who can set up a target.
Yes, and it's going to be a multitasking, not necessary multitasking job, but people will need to be specialized in certain rules. For example, someone needs to be a specialized monitor, and someone needs to be a specialized remote viewer, and people are going to get the job they are into and they are capable of, and so it's really like running a real business. But I don't think screaming into the night is a business yet, because we don't have a business model. But what I was proposing is a potential business model that could generate revenue for us. And just give me a moment. I'm going to pass the link for Poly Market, and this is it's Poly Market. And give me a second. And now I post the link in here in the screaming into the night channel. I cannot open that link because I'll replace that again. This link. Can you see it on the general test channel? On the test channel in your Discord channel. Can you see it?
Poly Market. Yeah, the world's largest prediction market.
Yeah, bet on your beliefs. And I before Trump get shot like 3 weeks ago, Joe on the polling market, Trump's winning rate is still lower than Joe Biden by a little bit. Yeah, before Donald Trump got shot, and after Donald Trump got shot, his winning rate just sour. But after Kamala Harris was, I don't know whether she has been nominated or not, but I think Kamala Harris also she is also on the polling market, and people are betting a lot of money on it, at least millions of dollars betting whether Kamala Harris is going to win the election or not. I'm not I'm not asking people to gamble their money on the poly market, but instead, we are not putting our money into this. But instead, we should start doing some trial runs, like every once in a week or maybe twice in a month. I don't know the frequency. Yeah, depending on how people feel about it, and start working on these real targets and see how we fare, how well we fare in this kind of test. And if we did quite well, then we can start putting a little money. And you guys don't need to worry about that part. I will use my money instead, because I've got some sponsorship, and also I guess about $3,000 from shorting the market last week. So we do have some trial funds for this one. But I think before we put real money in it, we should do some practice and see what our hit rate is and how good we really are. And if we are really that good, then even though we don't have customers, we can start making money. And through remote viewing and getting critical data. Yeah, it's not guaranteed that we are going to win, but if we are able to retrieve the only piece of information that is going to shape the outcome of a certain event, then we have a much better chances of winning our bet. So our return on investment should be positive instead of being negative. Yeah, if remote viewing really works and we are able to identify critical information on the betting market, then yeah, we should be able to start making money from it. And we don't need to rush. There is no need to rush, but we should at least to try. Even baby steps counts.
Yeah, I agree. And the key to it though is going to be how we do the targets, because yeah, it's great being completely blind to the target, but having a blind target and then having the data looked at and monitored, and because we can literally hone in on damn near anything.
And actually, I still have no idea how this is going to be done. For example, there wasn't a betting market for whether Joe Biden is dead or alive. There isn't that market. There wasn't that market last week. But I thought the S&P 500 and Nasdaq is going to see a huge correction if Joe Biden has some critical issues, and that's why I think I would like to find out things about Joe. I would like to find out things about Joe Biden, and yeah.
Well, I'm actually more interested in the future of Bitcoin. I mean, depending on the president we choose, will depend on.
To me, that is actually a no-brainer. Bitcoin is going up, almost like eternally. The United States is going bankrupt. You see how much money they spend, like on a daily basis, at least billions. Yeah, in billions. And now the United States government is almost 35 trillion in debt, and the government is creating 1 trillion debt in every 100 days. Yeah, that's not sustainable. And if the U.S. government is spending like this, I can assure you we are going to see hyperinflation very, very soon. If not this year, then that will be next year. Yeah, because the United States government I would say they are just so useless. Yeah, they don't know how to cut their spendings, and they don't know how to handle the economy.
Oh no, they know exactly how to handle the economy. It's we have open wallets and we want we need to give them more money. That's how they handle money. They take ours and spend it as fast as they can.
And do you know what they spend for? They spend like 75% of the collected tax on what? On interest alone, because every debt the government needs to pay interest for the buyers of the U.S. bond markets. So who is actually collecting your tax? It's the Wall Street, is the bondholders. They are getting like 75% of the tax from the United States, from the citizens of the United States.
Yeah, it's a it's a mess.
So I wouldn't be surprised that Bitcoin is going to $100,000, say in the coming months. Yeah.
I got a feeling it's gonna be spiking all over. I got a feeling it's gonna drop down to 30. So I mean, I actually I actually went
It's
through and sold all my Bitcoin. I sold it and then I kind of dropped down and then I'm just looking at cutting back because it's gonna spike, but it's also gonna drop like a tank. And
Yeah, and I'm sensing the market is getting more and more dangerous now. I also sold like 90% of my position, not in Bitcoin, but in Ethereum. I didn't hold any Bitcoin, and only hold a very small amount of Ethereum, and I'm mainly loaning for going long on the US dollar. But to me, the US dollar looks more like a meme coin right now. It is losing its purchasing power very fast.
yeah, yeah, it really is. It's amazing how we're not realizing just how bad this is. So, but that's okay. I mean, we'll figure something out at some point.
Yeah, if the market actually crash in the near future, I'm going back for the Bitcoin and the Ethereum, because I really don't think there is a solution for the fiat money. And in the long term, I actually think many governments around the world will go bankrupt, and their money, the fiat money they issued would be worthless. Yeah, they will see hyperinflation everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be catastrophic, and a lot of people are gonna suffer. But then again,
But
we have a lot of upcoming issues that a lot of people are going to suffer from. I mean, wars, rumors of wars, and banks failing.
the no 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 good news for our
Oh
civilization
no,
in the
there is.
coming decade.
Oh, I disagree. We do have good news. I mean, there is good news out there, and the good news is you know we're gonna figure this out. The bad news is it's gonna take a while, and there's gonna be a lot of people who fight the change.
Yeah, it's growing pains
Yeah,
for changing our society and civilization to a whole new level. And we are going to get rid of the old and move on to the new system. And many people are still not recognizing this. And I wouldn't try. I don't wouldn't try to persuade anyone to to trust us or move in a certain direction, because anyway, people have got free will. They don't if they don't believe in remote viewing, if they don't believe in cryptocurrency, that's all right. But it's just their choice, and I respect that. But for every choice, there would be a consequence. And I would say in the long term, the fiat system is going to see a lot of problems, and that's when the crypto market will see a mass adoption. Yeah, the mass adoption for the cryptocurrency is coming anyway.
right, right. Okay. That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and oh, by the way, I also want to say that the last thing I want to say about this poly market thing, that is, I have thought how we are going to I have thought about how we are going to conduct this type of remote viewing session. To me, it feels that ARV. I mean, like I don't know if it's associative remote viewing. It could be the best way to do this kind of to work on this type of targets because there are only two outcomes whether it's outcome A happens or outcome B happens, and to me it's more like a one or zero thing or yes or no thing. So because in poly market they only assume two outcomes will manifest. So our remote viewing target it wouldn't be. I would say our old ways of doing remote viewing probably is not the best way to work on these targets because we all know that remote viewing all remote viewers have got bad data and contaminations, and it's very hard to eliminate them entirely and to only get and only have the good quality data. It's almost like impossible. So so and if we see too much contamination and bad data, it would be hard for us to really make up a decision whether it's outcome A or outcome B. So instead, I think it would be great if we can do ARV on this. Like if outcome A happens, then remote viewers should describe a simple target or a simple visual image. And on the other hand, if outcome B happens, then remote viewers should perceive an entirely different set of visual perception or picture or photo, and based on and of course we all know that remote viewers will submit their data, and based on their data we can determine whether remote viewers is more like describing outcome outcome A, the picture that is corresponding to outcome A, or the picture that is corresponding to outcome B. And I think it's where we can see ARV performs best. It's just my opinion.
Well, we're actually using that on a mystery on missing persons. So I'm looking for a missing person. I've been looking for a missing person for quite a while, and I've been putting many hours into it. And
You mean on the other Discord channel?
Yeah. Have you looked at the missing person channel?
Nope, because I don't want to look at it. It's all creepy stuff.
So the deal is on that. I'm looking for a person named Devin, and he's been missing, presumed dead for 800 days. So I found him. I found the location. I found all sorts of different things, and it's been very interesting. But I can't find him personally. I can't find his location. So Dumbledore is having me do ARV. He picks two pictures, and then it's either over here or over there. You know, where the two pictures corresponds to two different spots. And I've been trying to do this ARV, trying to find this kid. So I should be able to do this with no problem, but for some reason, it's really fighting me. I mean, my results are really, I guess, bad is the word. I'm doing better.
Have you ever got any feedback?
Yeah, I'm getting lots of feedback. I mean
the real outcome of the target.
Yeah. So the person I'm working with is called, I think it's Melanie, and she keeps me. So everything all my data I put on the Discord, she verifies, and she'll tell me what's good, what's bad, what's weird, and
Okay.
yeah. So she verifies everything, and she's also on the scene. She can literally go to where I choose and look around. The problem is it's 860 days of growth and vegetation has popped up. So we're relying on the fact that I saw 3 rocks. And not only me, but I think 2 or 3 other mediums saw 3 rocks, 3 very distinct rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And so currently I'm trying to find the location that should have 3 rocks in it, and then that would be where this person's remains are. And it's a very interesting process, but it's the ARV. I don't know if it works. It's it's hard to do. I don't know why I'm having such a trouble with it because I can't. I can locate stuff, but I don't know if I can locate it with ARV. It's just very. I'm having trouble with it. I don't know why. I would love to try it. If you can set it up, I would love to try it. But for this particular application, I don't know why I'm fighting it so hard. It's just really hard for me to pull up the picture in my mind of the target. I'm doing okay, but yeah, you can actually look at the results on. I think he's posted it on the missing person. You'd have to go through and find a couple examples.
Okay. And the reason why I come up with ARV is because I have seen that Dad Smith, he has been using ARV quite often on the future forecasting group's channel because I am a subscriber for their channel, and I've seen several sessions they have done, and it's always about the economic targets. Yeah, they are looking at the gas price, looking at the oil price, and also some other stuff. And I don't know whether ARV works best in this kind of situation. But if someone else is already using it, and we all know that future forecasting group they are also kind of like top notch in this industry, then we should just follow suit. Yeah, I don't really know how good whether our attempt will yield good results or not. But at least we should give it a try. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion.
Well, I'll tell you what. We could do it, make it real easy and really quick. Find a sport, pick two, and then we pick two targets, and quick and easy.
Yes, and and we also know that there is a Olympics going on in France, right? This summer. Yeah, it's an easy practice because every day they are going to be sports bets everywhere. People are betting for their teams to win. So we have got lots of chances of practicing.
Yeah, I actually wanted to go to a casino and see how that sports betting works, because I don't bet and I don't gamble. So, well, I mean, I gamble, but I don't do any of that kind of.
Personally, I feel that it is best for remote viewers not to be involved in any of the gambling activity or investment activity, because it will affect your mind, and I believe when remote viewers are financially involved in the target, it will have a negative impact on their performance. It's just my personal opinion. It's best that remote viewers always stay neutral for their remote viewing activity. The only job they need to do is go to try to figure out a target and report the data, and let others to handle the money side of stuff. Yeah, if someone needs to gamble, then that will be someone else, not the remote viewers. It could be the taskers, it could be the monitors, but it shouldn't be the remote viewers. Yeah, because once they are financially involved, they will be I believe they will be pressured to try to win for themselves, and they will not perform very well in this kind of scenario. It's just my personal opinion on this. Yeah, I believe there are also remote viewers who can go to casinos and bet their money and still win a lot and get a high chance of hitting. I believe it's possible, but it will be quite hard because not all remote viewers can separate their emotions from their investments. Yeah, especially when that money is a lot of money. Yeah, for example, I have seen that in recent videos uploaded on YouTube. I mean, from Dick Algar, he has said that they have been approached by other financial institutions like Goldman Sachs or some other famous companies, and they have a lot of money. And for them, investing $10,000 into something is not a lot, but for a person, it is a lot of money. Yeah, so I would say it's best for remote viewers to stay away from the investing part and let the clients, let the customers to handle the rest. And if they are lucky and if they win the money based on your information, then you can have a contract in advance. Say for example, if you win the bet or guess or earn some money based on the information provided, then remote viewers should get a cut, maybe a 3% or 5% or even a 10% cut from the total earning of your client or customer. And if they make like millions of dollars, then you are also earning a lot of money for yourself. I think that's a more realistic way of how to monetize these kind of activities. Yeah, remote viewers should not be financially involved. Let the clients and those who are rich to take care of the money part, the money job. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've told people many times that I'll give them lottery numbers, but I want 20%. That's a good number for me. So. Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm done with this Joe Biden target.
Okay.
So, anything else you want to mention or any questions you have?
More. I want more. So.
Okay.
You get it set up and find me more targets, and I will knock them out when I can.
Yeah, I still have no idea how this will work out, but yeah, I think I'll start to pick out some targets for us to practice, and initially I won't bet money on it because I don't know. I still have no idea whether it will work or not. If I say, for example, if I invest like $100 every time we bet, then I could lose like several $100s in a row,
Well, dude.
So
first off, try a target and front load it. So tell me the basics. I mean, I'm looking at a person and I'm looking at his health. I'm looking at a target and I'm looking at the use. Just simple, front load it, and then we'll go from there. And then once we got, if I could do the front loading thing, okay. Then we can go to the money aspect. So you're
we still really need to I believe we also need to do some calibration work because we don't know how much front loaded is the optimal choice.
Well,
Whether
when I'm doing body scans, the optimal amount of front loading I need to know is the name and what I'm doing. I'm doing a body scan and I have a name, and that's all I need. So
yeah
just knowing what the actual job is helps tremendously. And
yeah
I do very well on
okay
those. So yeah, minimal amount of information, but focused in on the area that you wanna see.
yeah because theoretically remote viewing only works best when it is totally blind.
Right.
Yeah, because you cannot count up because all the information you either get from your imagination or from the real data, from the real signal line. But once we start front loading remote viewers, the more you front load, the poor the remote viewers will perform because at a certain point, their data will all just be coming from their imagination rather from the signal line. So it's not like that more front loading yields more data. It's not like that. But too less front loading would have a difficult time for remote viewers to really dig out useful information.
Yes.
That's my view on this. And how much front loading is best is really a big issue. I think that is worth exploring in the remote viewing in the remote viewing community because no one has a good answer for that.
Right.
Okay, so now let's. Oh, we have been talking about 1 hour. Also, we have got to be quick. Yeah, just for the practice target, 2024 and July 25th, 27934786. And this target is not from Farside because I find that targets from Farside Prime, some of them is not good enough to be used as a target. So, and I already said last week that Lynn Buchanan's website has been up again. So his data is available to us once again. So I'll start using their target, and the target number I picked is from 2011 and June 1st. I haven't seen that data, and I haven't seen that data myself yet. But I just write down that number because for anyone to check the real identity of the target, and that target was picked in the same way we did as we did before. Yeah, I take the number 27934786 and I divided it by 10 and divided it by 52 because there are 52 weeks in a year. And I check the remainder, and after checking the remainder, I know which target we should remote view. And once the target number is decided, the target is fixed. There is a rule. Yeah, I designed a rule for that, and because that's my intention. So remote viewers should be able to pick up my intention and remote view the data, even though I don't know what the target actually is. It doesn't matter because my intention is clear and fixed.
Right.
So this week we have got 3 participants, and it's from you and Birdie. Oh, it's really so nice to see her again, and also myself.
Yeah.
Even though Birdie has been offline, I've talked too much. she can't stand my poor English. It's my fault. I have tried to do my best to express myself, but you can see I have lots of grammar mistakes. Yeah. Anyway, that's my best I can do. So So this week we have got 3 participants, and the first data is coming from Birdie. And since Birdie is not online here, so I'll just speak for her and see what she get for us. And first I notice is the drawings on the paper. BZB. I don't know if these bees, these insects have anything to do with the target, but that's the most noticeable thing
I think
in this paper.
I think it's the notepad she's writing on is a busy bee notepad. So
it could be.
Yeah.
It could be. And for this target, Birdie wrote, what does this mean? She drew a, I don't know what is this shape, like a half circle and with extended lines going from the edges. I don't know what that means. It looks like.
So it looks like she drew something, but she doesn't understand what she's looking at. So
it's very common.
Yeah.
Very common for remote viewers. We have no idea what we are drawing anyway.
Yeah.
We just draw stuff, and we don't know what that could be.
Yeah.
And she also put down several question marks, and AUP. I don't know what that means. And weight and angle, and corner, green and vibrant, blue, brown. I believe she's picking up some descriptors for the color, and also controversy. And she drew a what is this? Give me a second.
It's a
I need
scale.
to.
It's a weight scale, so you put for weighing.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a Libra?
A what?
Yeah. It's a Libra. LIBRA.
LIBIA? Huh. I don't know what that is.
You don't know what that is?
LIBIA?
Oh,
Let me Google it real quick. LIBIA.
BI.
Nope. Yeah, I have no clue. It's a scale though.
It's a scale. Yeah, it's a scale. Yeah. Anyway, it's a scale. I didn't know that word in English. Sorry about that. A weight scale. A weight scale. And bright, vibrant colors and warm, polarizing effect. What is that word? I cannot decipher.
The letter D.
D.
Yeah. D, yeah. So there's a letter and it looks like a D. And then minor. I don't know what minor means. So we have
no idea.
Yeah, I talked to her about this a little bit, and she said there's like a change or a shifting, and I don't see. She didn't write it down here, but the polarizing effect. We talked about that because I've got that on mine as well. So, there was a change or a shift that isn't written down.
A sharp contrast of something. I have no idea. Yeah, it's usually it's just a metaphor or for the target. We don't know what we are trying to describe, but we know that it could be there is some elements of truth in this abstract description. Okay, so next is my data, and I can tell you my deduction, even though I didn't write it on paper. My deduction is simple. The Great Canyon. I see a huge valley and rocks everywhere, and there are cliffs and I don't perceive any water, and it's a natural environment. So I wrote down it's a dry, no or few vegetation, and the color is mainly brown and brown color, and I sense there is a cliff and a plateau, a high plateau, and there is an interface, and I sense there is a huge valley down there, and in the distance I drew like something like a protruding area. I don't know if it's a mountain or a man-made structure. I don't I just have no idea, but it feels like the general environment is like a natural scene in some remote areas, not in the urban cities.
So right. It's a natural area. So you didn't feel water?
I didn't feel water. I perceive it's a dry area, and my my first visual and my mental deduction is, oh, I was seeing at the Great Canyon. Yeah, and from a high vantage point, like a bird eye view, and I can sense the wind and the clear sky, a clear blue sky, in my mind, or maybe in my imagination. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I got the dry area too, but when I looked around, it felt like there was water. I mean, I felt, and it wasn't, everything was dry, but there was water, and it was contained, and it was flowing. So,
Uh-huh.
I
So
mean, it's very similar to what you got. This is going to be interesting to see what the target is.
yeah, I have no idea what the target is, but we will soon find out. So move on. Next is your data. So what did you get from this one?
Uh, so you can see all my ideograms: structures, energy, water,
Oh,
hills.
power. And heals. Yeah,
Yep, people, animals, and then kind of a dimensional.
dimensional aspect.
Yeah, yeah, because there's it. You see the next picture where it shows like a cleaving or you got two different motions, and then you got a third one going sideways. So it felt like there was.
Is it an earthquake event?
It's either an earthquake event or it's like where a valley is formed due to earthquake or something. I mean, very specific. There's a dimensional aspect to this that I'm picking up, along with a few structures. Very few structures.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of grass, very sparse, and a few trees and brush. So it's a dry area.
Open area.
Yeah, but I did feel water, but it was in a channel. And then
People present feels like farmers or men of earth, hunter gather.
right. So you had a few animals and you had a few people. Hopefully, this is on the earth because it feels like that's very distinctively felt like there were people there and they were farming or hunting.
Okay, that's actually a lot of data from your side because I didn't get this.
And so this is, I don't know what this is. This looks like the sun or something. This looks like the hills.
Oh.
The water's down there, and then you've got some sort of moving object here. You can see my little.
You drew a butterfly.
Right. So when you're looking down on it, this aspect is present, and I don't know if that's the water in the middle of the butterfly. I don't know if that's your. I mean, maybe that's your plateaus right there. You know, your round. I don't know. We're gonna have to look at the data and see if I'm totally wrong.
Okay, so now I'm going to the Link Buchanan's website and pass the link here, and let's see what the target actually is. And give me a second. 2011 June 1st, and click here for feedback. I think we are all wrong.
Really?
What? I can't believe it. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. I want to check again. 2011 June 1st. 2011 June 1st. 2011 June 1st. Yeah, it's this one. Wow, we missed horribly.
Wow.
I'm going to pass the link.
Yep.
To this is coming from Lynn Buchanan. We missed horribly.
Oh my God. We did terrible. Although the area is Spain, isn't it? Yeah, we did terrible. We're going to call that a total awful miss.
Total miss.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I need to do my math again. Is there any mistake for my calculation? I don't know because but it is but theoretically 27934786. This number should be corresponding to this target, right? But just in case I did my math wrong, so I want to do my calculation again. Divided by 52, and I'm now going to do the subtraction and see the remainder. 37 and 37. What? Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
37. So I should be looking at the 37th week of 2011.
Did you mess up?
The 37. Give me a moment. The 37. Give me a moment. I need to do the math. Removing target. How many years are here? Years 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. So 5th year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I somehow my math is wrong.
Oh.
So it is true that my wait. No. My math is not wrong. 27934786. Oh, it's 22nd week for 2011. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 22. Oh, it's my fault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, it's not my fault. Just again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, it's really this one. Okay.
So it's another one?
My math was not wrong. It's really this one.
It is this one.
It's really this one.
Oh my
It's
God.
really this one. Because based on my I have a formula pointing to translate the target number into the target ID. And yeah. And because I always use the same formula, I calculate the remainder. I divide the target number, the random target number by how many weeks are there in a year, and check the remainder, and the remainder will decide which target we should remove you. So it's really this one. Yeah, my math is not wrong. I always use the same formula. So yeah, the target is this one. What should I say about it? Well,
Well,
it's a,
I'll tell you what.
gigantic failure.
If this is the target, Birdie got vibrant colors. I don't see any green, but she got vibrant colors and a D.
Okay, I did very poorly, and I think you also missed the target.
Oh yeah,
But looking at the birdies data, hmm, I would say the color is good because it's you can see lots of colors in this, and Birdie talks about the weight scale,
yeah.
and I wouldn't say it's a good hit, but we can clearly see that people are trying to balance their weights when performing this activity.
Well, the whole thing is they get together and they try to get as high as they can as long as possible, and the weight is what is the factor determining how long, how high they can go. And it says right on there that
Yes.
up to, I mean, they've got to it only lasts so long just because eventually they start getting tired, and that's when the weight just totally destroys this thing. But that is, yeah, she actually got more data than me and you put together.
Yeah, that's true. So now, it is so I would say even in failures we still learn from something, and we can at least prove to other people that we are not cheating. Because if we were cheating, we should not we should not fail so so miserably.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
we can prove that we remote viewing. Of course, there are people. Of course, there are always going to be people saying that, oh, you did so bad. Remote viewing is just a hoax. It's not real. Is you are, and every hit is just cheating. There are always people saying that, and I wouldn't argue with that because my data is really bad this time. However, I know there are some people getting fantastic things done, even in blind condition. And in this situation, people, at least we all know that random guess does not work in remote viewing, because if you simply try to randomly guess a target, there is no chance that you are going to hit it. Yeah, because there are just infinite possibilities of the outcome. You cannot predict which outcome will be true. So remote view, there is no cheating for remote viewing. When you hit, it's a hit. When you miss, it's a miss.
oh my gosh. So the Castellas de Villafranca wear green shirts and often called Els Verde, referencing their uniform. So there's actually a group of these guys that wear green, and one of the things Birdie had was a green shirt or green, and so the read the Wikipedia thing on this. It's pretty interesting, and it's yeah. So what do you think? Do you think she got a win, or are you going to call it a partial, or what do you want to do with that?
To be honest, uh, I don't think it's a entire it's a good hit. I have to say I would say it's somewhat relevant, but still not good enough. And by being good enough, I mean at least to a point or to a level where potential customers or clients could be paying money. And I think it's really hard for me to say, for example, present this data to a potential client or potential customer and saying that we did our remote viewing work and we are going to charge you money. It's not that easy. However, I do appreciate that Birdie puts into her time and effort into doing this activity. And I believe all remote viewers should at least be partially rewarded, even though they fail to get anything. Because we all know that remote viewing is not guaranteed. No matter how good you are always going to have misses. Yeah, it's not just for you. It's not just for me. It's for everyone, and even for remote viewers from far side, from future forecasting group. I watch their videos, and I know that sometimes their remote viewers perform that does not they did not perform very well. It happens all the time. But does that mean the remote viewer should not be rewarded for their effort and time for it? I don't think so. So to me, I think the best way to make a viable remote viewing business is to charge differently depending on the degree and the accuracy, how good the data the remote viewer can present. If they present excellent data, of course, the customers are going to pay a lot of money for it. However, if it's just a partially hit or even no hit at all or an entirely miss, then the customers still needs to pay something, because after all, they asked someone else to do something they cannot do. They have used up their energy and time. So the customers still needs to pay something, but it's not the entire amount. Maybe a small portion of it. So in this case, I would say maybe I should give. I would personally I will give Birdie $10, 10 USDT worth of ZenPandaCoin instead of 20 USDT of ZenPandaCoin, because yeah, it's just my personal thought. I don't know how you think about my idea.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. I'm just looking at all her data, and all of her data did hit, and even her drawing, because of the weight skill thing, all her data actually hit. And we could definitely go with 10 because it wasn't descriptive enough to give us a better feel for what it was. You know,
Yeah, and
so,
if say for example, if I and in to what for me to consider it as a good target, then it has to at least present at least one crucial element in this target. And in this picture, we can see the most important element is people, is human. Yeah, there are lots of people and lots of humans, and we should be able to at least see this kind of information presented in different ways in this data. But in this data, I don't we don't see animals, we don't see people, we don't see subjects, and yeah, it's very hard for me to consider it as a very good data. But I do agree that there are some relevant aspects of it, but it's just not good enough.
no, and that works. I mean, but yeah, I'm gonna jump up and down and root for Birdie because what I see is really good. And for really quick, if you look at her time, she took, I think, 15, 20 minutes on it. So in 15, 20 minutes, she got all that data, 848 to 9.
Yes, I would say that's a good remote viewer if she can pull up so much data from the target within a short period of time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
if she could have had a couple hours at it, or even a couple of days, I mean, how much more could she have pulled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would have been
Yes.
interesting.
Yes. Okay, so I think that's all we have for this one. I really don't know what to say about my work. it's horrible.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. My remote view is absolutely terrible. But you know what? It's okay. I will take it. So
Yeah, I'll take it too. But to be honest, I really don't know how what I should do to improve from my failure experience. Because every time when I try to remove you, it's a new target, it's a new thing.
So, and that's the thing is one, you got to keep doing it. But do you do your meditation and stuff beforehand, or do you just wing it?
No, I don't do meditation, but I do try to relax as much as possible and stay and being quiet and separate myself with the outside world and and just concentrate and close my eyes and relax and yeah, that's all. And that's all. That's pretty much all the preparation I do before I start my remote viewing session.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what I do too. Is try to minimize all my distractions.
Yeah, minimize the distraction is a very important thing.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, it was a good
Yeah.
talk.
Okay. Yeah, but anyways, I'm still very satisfied with your remote viewing session for Joe Biden. I would say it's a very good data. Yeah, especially the podium thing. Yeah, without the podium thing, I don't think I would consider it a good hit. Yeah, but the podium thing, yeah, it's just nails it.
It really does. I was just amazed at when you told me. So now I got to go back and look at my notes and try to see what else I can find in there. So
Yeah, no, yeah, but the most important thing I learned from your Joe Biden session is there is definitely economic value for remote viewing activities. Yeah, we just need to find out our niche market and get things done in the ways that people are willing to pay us to do the work. Yeah, that's how we can start our own business.
yeah, it would be nice to get some money out of this.
Yeah, because the way I see remote how this remote viewing community can work is to have people earn money for themselves. That's the only viable approach in my eyes because people needs to get positive feedback and to keep doing and keep practicing remote viewing. Otherwise, if they just want to give it a try, they will only do it a few times and they give up if they cannot get anything from it. So it's very important for us to find a way to monetize these remote viewing activities.
Well, plus it would be nice if I could do this more than 1 or 2 hours a day. I mean, if I had more time to actually do this, I could get a lot more.
And yeah, so that's why we need to create a revenue for this endeavor, because only when we can earn a lot of money from this activity can we get rid of the boring and the time consuming job from yeah from I mean the traditional job people think of. I do believe there are people who are able to take remote viewing as a formal job and their main source of income. I do think it's possible, but before that, we first need to find out a potential market, and that market that people are willing to put a lot of money in it. So we should only focus on high value targets. And when we remote view high value targets, that means many people care about the outcome of certain targets and they are willing to invest in it. And we are trying to earn the money and by offering our service and solution to them. Yeah, so it's a win-win. People earn money and we earn money, and people can make better decisions based on our data. Yeah, I think that's the best result we should be looking forward.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all I have for this week's session. So, is there anything else you would like to say before we end today's talk?
At some point, I'd like to do a little thing on the missing persons portion of the Discord. So at some point, we'll talk about how we look for missing people, who we look for, and all the different aspects of it. Maybe on one of the different shows, we'll pull up a particular one and talk about it. It really is interesting. Like I said, you should really get a chance to take a look at all the stuff we have there.
Well, I have a idea for you. It's from me personally, and that is I would say missing persons target is very tough to deal with because I would say a huge amount of them, a large portion of these missing person targets, they are not safe targets. People are going to, if they are good remote viewers, they are going to pick up a lot of negative information and stuff from their remote viewing session. And I've seen Dick Elgar talking about his past experiences when he used to work with some very, very good remote viewers in other countries all over the world, and several years ago they tried to assign other remote viewers to view these kind of like missing person targets or say not safe targets. That means you are going to see horrible stuff if you view them, and some remote viewers just cannot get along with it. Exactly. And after they do down the session, they just leave. They don't want to do remote viewing anymore. So I would say one big problem you would encounter when deal with this kind of missing person targets is you need to find a way that remote viewers can get involved without being hurt. I mean psychically or having negative psychological impact after doing the session. For example, if you maybe you can design the target in a way that is safe for remote viewers to explore without getting hurt. For example, you see it all. 3 stones, 3 big rocks is a key important or a big identifier in your remote viewing session. Then maybe you can divide your this missing person session into a subsession that is focusing only on the rock, only on the location of the rock, and without mentioning anything about that person that may be dead already. Yeah, I think target assigning is a I would say there is a really big topic when it comes to target assigning, and it's something that needs to be done carefully. Yeah, it's almost like trying to learning how to use AI tools. You need to design your prompts properly in order to get good feedback from the AI. And there are also jobs like prompt engineers, and they know how to write good prompts for AI to give them good feedback. And I think it's the same for target assigners. Target assigners should be a profession that requires experiences and to decide to design the target, to assign the target in a way that appropriate people can handle, that different people can handle different parts. Yeah, for example, I believe most people they are not mentally prepared to view this kind of not safe targets, but it doesn't mean they cannot handle other portion of the remote viewing session. Yeah, it's just a matter how you design the target. Yeah, if you design in a way, yeah.
It would be interesting to see if there's spillover. So, like, if you're looking at, if I assign a target that says find the 3 rocks, will there be spillover from the data already collected? Will there be spillover from the targeter? Who
I don't know.
Yeah, it would be.
I have no idea.
Yeah, we'd have to test.
Yeah, we have no idea. But I will say most people they are only able to handle the safe targets, like the targets we see from far side or the practice targets we see from Lynn Buchanan's. These are all safe target pools. People will not get horrible stuff from their remote viewing session. But in real life is applications. There are targets that people should not handle, and I would say and it could be dangerous for them to handle these kind of targets, whether it's assassination or missing people, or maybe even sometimes when trying to remote view extraterrestrials or ancient civilizations. It could be a dangerous thing because we all know that they are psychic beings that they are not physical, and they are able to track you down and affect you in unknown ways. And being a good remote viewer means you are exposed to them, and they are able to see you in your psychic state. And the safe way to do remote viewing is to not have anything to do with these guys, because these guys are not safe. We don't know how they think about humans. So if we don't bother them, they will not bother us. I'm sure of it. If we don't bother if we don't mind their business, they won't bother us. But if we start working on their business, they might retaliate, you know. And remote viewers might even know that they are getting retaliation because they don't know the nature of the target.
Right, and that's where you look up hitchhiker effect from the ranch. I can't remember what the name of that ranch was. There's a lot of YouTube videos on hitchhiker effects where people look at a target and the target literally comes to their house and does exactly what you're talking about. It is.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
It's the big ranch down in southern U.S. I can't remember what it's called. It's where they have they're having all the videos. God, I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, a lot of people go to that ranch and have that exact effect. It documented.
And there is a live session I remember from where I don't know who, but someone in the future forecasting group, also a remote viewer, and the target is Teotihuacan. It's an ancient civilization in Central America, and they try to explore the origin of the temple, of a certain temple in Teotihuacan. And the remote viewer, when he was recording his remote viewing session live on live stream, and when she is probing the creator of that temple, and suddenly the light bulbs went off in his room. And later the remote viewer reported that he was looking at a very powerful being, and he is literally feeling that he is not supposed to be there. He is not supposed to view something, to see something. Right. And they are having some effects in his surrounding environments, and it has been recorded live on YouTube. And yeah, I believe remote viewers should be protected when they are doing their session. So targets should only be designed in a way that remote viewers can be can can feel safe to explore without being hurt. Yeah, that's just my idea for your missing person session. Yeah, you have got to design the targets in appropriate ways so that others can handle.
And that's the thing is I try not to let anybody new look at the target. It's just because of how it affects me, I know it's going to affect these people the same way. So if anything, I'll talk about it, but I definitely wouldn't have targets put out on this thing, unless I know.
But I would say, on the other hand, I mean, there's always a silver lining in things. On the other side, because not everyone can handle this. So if you are able to do this kind of work, it means that you should be able to charge more money for this kind of tasking. Yeah, if people give you this kind of horrible work or terrible work, I would say dirty remote viewing work, then remote viewers should be charged more, because not everyone is mentally prepared to do this kind of job.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, so
a lot of crying and a lot of
tears. Lots of crafts. Yeah, so I wouldn't say it's not entirely a bad thing to remote view this kind of stuff, because it has more economic value.
Yeah, and
okay, so I've done my talking. Sorry about that. My English is poor, but I feel like talking when I'm on weekly live stream with you. So I really enjoy your I don't know, participation. Yeah.
I really like these too. I think it's so much fun to sit here and talk about, and you get so excited about this, and it's so fun to listen to you to have a vision of what we can
no,
do.
I don't know. Maybe we are destined to do this together. I don't know. So what are the chances that one person in Taiwan and another person in the United States happen to know each other through cryptocurrency, through a dead project called Thai Trust Network, and somehow start trying to run a business, run a Discord, run a remote viewing community on their own? What are the chances?
It's crazy. It's insane. Yeah, it's wonderful. Very low chances.
Yeah. If there are no accidents in this universe, and then I think in some ways we are destined. We are meant to do this.
Yeah, that's been my thought all along. So yeah, I'm there with you. I've always thought you were part of my. You were brought to me, and we're gonna make it happen.
I don't know how good we can do it, but as long as I still have a job, as long as I can still get myself fed, I think I will keep investing in this project. It's just like it's not just like raising a child of your own. It's yeah. You don't want to see this attempt fail. You don't want to see this business die, and you just want to try to grow it, yeah, and make it bigger, and so that I feel that one day this project should not be counting on you or counting on me. You should be counting on everyone else in this community, and I think cryptocurrency plays a very important role in this, and one day we are going to, if we can really scale to that point, one day we are going to issue a token. For sure, we are going to issue a token, and that token is going to be based on people's remote view efforts in remote viewing. The more they remote view, the more they get paid, and for people requesting for remote viewing services, they are going to use that currency. Yeah, it's for sure.
I
Remote
agree.
view to earn. Yeah, remote view should be a real job, a real profession in this world. And
Well,
I believe it's for everyone. It's not just for the few very talented. I believe everyone has something to contribute to the remote viewing data.
that's
Yeah,
that's that's been my thought all along. Plus the fact that if it's cheap enough to actually distribute this to a large amounts of people, we could literally go into areas that are very poor and have their
yes,
input
it will
help.
change many people's life.
It will.
Say for example, yeah, people in the Africa, people in the underdeveloped world, they are not able to get a very good job, and but as long as they have internet and they know how to join the community, and maybe one day we design an app and they can start earning remote viewing tokens, for example, and yeah, it's just like Bitcoin mining, but instead of mining Bitcoin, you're mining remote viewing tokens. And remote viewing tokens have value because remote viewing has so much application potential for it.
Yep. All we have to do is present this to the right people, and we can make it happen. We just have to come up
Yeah,
with a good plan.
at some point, some venture capital will need to get involved because it's not possible for me to fund this project into a multi-million business. It's just not possible. I'm just a normal salary man. Yeah,
Exactly. But
but
we've got to put it together in a nice presentation that we can show somebody because it is a great
yeah,
idea.
yeah, because we are moving in the right direction. Because we already know that remote viewing is real. We are not debating over that.
Exactly. So that's
So
maybe on one of the future broadcasts we can talk to somebody who has an idea of how we should look at doing this, or maybe we can use their ideas to incorporate into our idea. So I'm excited about
yeah,
it.
yes, I'm also very looking forward to that. Even though I still have no clear picture of where we are heading.
Exactly.
But anyway, just keep going, keep doing the work. Yeah,
Yep.
that's all I can say.
All right. Well, it was a good contest and good double contest, and I am really happy with
Yeah,
next. So make sure and
I really
get that target
yeah.
up a little earlier for next week.
So sorry about that. It's my fault. It's my fault.
So, all right.
Okay, so I think that's all for this week's session. Really happy to have you and Birdie and also Don Brito. He is offline now, but I really appreciate your participation. Yeah. Also for all people who try to remove you the targets. Yeah. It's all inputs are experiences and lessons learned for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
Okay, so I'll see you guys next week. Okay. Wish you a good weekend. Bye bye.